The line L is a tangent to the circle x squared plus y squared equals 45 at the point -3, 6. The line L crosses the x-axis at point P. Work out the coordinates of P. So just help me to explain this. I want to draw a little sketch. So there's my x-axis, there's my y-axis. And I've got a circle that will be a centre on the origin with a radius of root 45. So the square root of 45 it's just under 7, basically. Doesn't matter too much though. So here's my circle. And I want the tangent at the point -3, 6. -3, 6 is like roughly there. That's the point -3, 6. So a tangent at that point would look like this. And I want to know the coordinates where that tangent, let me just extend my x-axis there. What's the coordinate there? That's the point P, where the tangent meets the x-axis. So the key thing here is to work out the equation of this line. If I can work out the equation of this line, then I can get that coordinate pretty easily. The important thing for working out an equation of a line is always to work out its gradient. To work out the gradient of the line, I know that the tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So if I can work out the gradient of the radius at this point, then I can get the gradient of the line. So to work out the gradient of the radius, I know it goes through this point, and I know it goes through the point 0, 0. So I can work out the gradient is the change in the y coordinates. So 6 minus 0, divide by the change in the x coordinates, so -3 minus 0, is 6 divided by -3, which is -2. So the gradient of my radius here is -2. So the gradient of the tangent then is the negative reciprocal of that. So if that's negative, I'm going to make my gradient positive, and the reciprocal of 2 over 1 is 1 over 2. So the gradient of this line is a half. So I can now say y equals a half x plus c. I'm going to substitute this coordinate in here to work out what c is going to be. So the y coordinate is 6. Excuse me. So 6 equals a half times -3. A half of -3 is minus 1.5 plus c. Add the 1.5 over to the left-hand side, so 6 plus 1.5 is 7.5. So I now know that c is 7.5. So I've now got the full equation of this tangent. Y equals a half x plus 7.5. So that's the equation of my tangent. I can now use that to work out the coordinates of point P. Because I know at point P, it's on the x-axis, so I know y equals 0 at that point. So if I put 0 instead of the y, 0 equals a half x plus 7.5. If I move the 7.5 to the left-hand side, it will be a minus 7.5 times by 2, so x is minus 15. So the coordinate P is minus 15, 0.